Please subscribe and share this video with your friends. Hey everyone, I'm Marni Batista and welcome to the Dating Den, and I'm so happy to have my bestie Christian back in the den.
It's good to be back in the Dating Den. I missed it.
I missed you. I liked my other boyfriends, but I really like having you here.
You always want to come back to the first one.
I do.
Which is
We just did the sorority. That was a version of sorority girls going, oh my God!
Right here.
We did it.
Delta.
That was totally a thing. Oh my gosh. We are talking about, should you get back with your ex? And since we never...
Or your other co-host.
Or your other co-host, since we never formally broke up. But here's the thing. I feel really passionate about this. I think that there is a taboo that says you should never get back with your ex. And I think a lot of women feel guilty and ashamed when they even contemplate it. And I want, first of all, to say there is no black or white answer. It's not like you should never get back with your ex.
Right.
So we want to start with that premise. So here's the thing. So let's make it simple, break it down. When is it definitely don't even consider bad breakup? When should you not get back with your ex?
Well, if the breakup involves some stuff, we were talking about addiction, or some really dysfunctional behavior, whether there was abuse or anything like that.
Cheating all the time.
Cheating all the time. Maybe an addiction to porn, we talked about in the past. An addiction to porn, right?
Emotional abuse stuff that we, out of our scope of service, but if that's happening, then absolutely don't get back with your ex.
Has he taken care of that, right? Maybe he had a dysfunctional relationship with his family or his mother back in the day that was really affecting your relationship. Now you meet up a year later. You can tell from that first date, that first encounter, has he truly grown? Is he starting to really approach that? Is he being honest about that? I know I had some things that had some issues in the past. I'm in the process now of really dealing with that. Men can be very honest about that. If that doesn't come up, then we're going to be running the same lap. If it's something that has to do with relationship, that where before he wasn't truly ready for the relationship because he's still in his playboy mode, is he saying, he will be honest with you, saying, I know before I was in a different place, I'm ready now. When guys are ready, they will say something, right? They will be honest about it. They'll come back.
I have a theory, this is sort of my theory, that men, they always come back. I feel like to some extent when there's a breakup, especially if the woman initiated it and she was in her strong, powerful, dignified way, and women are like, I'll show him, he'll come back and live to regret it. I would say 85% of the time, guys do come back. Whether it's just a text, whether they want to hook up, or whether they want to date you again.
Right.
They do come back. So one thing that you and I agree on, we talked about, is that if he comes back and he has made some of those changes, you don't want to get into a relationship like it never happened.
Right.
There was a whole thing on How I Met Your Mother about the other part doesn't count. It counts. So if you dated for 2 years, you didn't date for 2 years, and then you go out, then all of a sudden those 2 years count, so you're in a relationship. No.
No, that's a really good point.
Yeah.
It's an extremely good point. Yeah, you're right. Because
it doesn't count.
Yeah, you have this 2-year backstory, but now we grow as human beings, we transform. Has there been transformation? Because you can get back in and run the same race over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
Right? So you have to start to date again. That first date is a first date.
It's a date.
We're not picking where we left off. We don't jump and have sex again. We don't just start this torrid love affair like we just took a 2-year break.
Yep.
You are starting to relearn, to grow, to grab your data,
You're
and do
still
whatever.
collecting data.
Taking your time.
Yep.
Taking your time with this. Remember, you don't get the permission to run the 400-meter dash because we got 2 years of history.
No.
We broke up for a reason. It was broken. Let's see if we can now we're in a better place.
Exactly, right? So he has to show up consistently over time in the changed way that you want. And what's the evidence? Has he changed and you can see those things in his life, right? Now he's got a career, or now he is divorced from his wife and he's been dating a few months, right? But so what are the results in his life that demonstrate that he's changed? And then also, how is he interacting with you in a way that's different?
Sure. And because you'll look at those reasons that you said, does he have a job? Maybe it was ambition. And that was the thing that really broke you guys up. And maybe it's still sort of not there, and you're like, but let's just give it a shot. He seems like he's really into this now.
And there's so much chemistry. It's
gonna
not enough.
The chemistry will confuse you. You need the 3 C's. You need the compatibility. You need the communication. You need all that good stuff. It's not just chemistry, right? And the
What's the third C? Chemistry?
Chemistry, communication, and compatibility.
Okay, because they were going to just go look that up, so I thought I would.
Oh, yeah. 3 C's.
So you have to have 3 C's. Okay.
3 C's. But the chemistry can be blinding sometimes. We have great, you hear it over and over again, right? Especially if it's sexual chemistry, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Come back and see if it's that one sticking point that was there. And also, can I add, you've probably grown and transformed yourself as a woman. And are you able to stay in that new place, or do you feel like you're kind of regressing?
It's like when you go back to your parents' house, and for the first day or two, you're an adult, and then by the third day, you're like 14. You could do that with you?
Yeah, no, totally.
Right?
Totally.
You're like, oh my God. And so make sure that you're holding your ground, that you don't fall into your old patterns. And I would say the last thing is, if you don't have, and you didn't have before, have your non-negotiables. Start fresh and make sure that he is really looking for that, and that you're looking for that, and you have common values. And basically start over.
Take your time. The slower you go,
the faster you get there, my friend.
All right.
Okay.
We'll see you soon.
See you,
Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.
Peace.